I think it's kind of fallen into our laps, really. We started, after our last film, Freedom for Birth, about human rights in childbirth, we started looking at subjects for our next film, and we started reading articles about science. And we're not scientists, we're filmmakers, but the science was starting to connect medical interventions with potential risk of long-term disease. And we started to see so many more articles relating cesarean use to increase risk for, say, asthma, or say, there's connections to autism and psychological disorders. There's connections being made to obesity. There's connections being made to cardiovascular disease. So we started seeing all these articles and started reading about it. And then, so it's like, okay, we thought, right, let's make a film about the science of childbirth. But it was only when we got to America, we filmed an interview with a professor of immunotoxicology at Cornell University. And he just said, look, this is where it's at. This is really serious. This needs to get made now. We need to get people talking about this, because in his view, this is potential risk for the whole of the species. And at that point, it was like, okay, this needs to be made now. This is urgent. This is fundamental. This has to kind of make huge change. So it's kind of, so what started as what we thought were just, we'll have a look at the science of birth, has kind of become this much bigger project, much more epic, a much bigger scale, and much more urgent. It's almost like this thing, this white elephant in the room that no one's talked about. No one's looking at birth at a cellular level before, and it's kind of, wow, this is big and this is important. So that's where our passion has come. Our passion has come from realising that this is something that needs to be done, made. The film needs to be made now. Change needs to happen now, and it kind of connects with us on a deep level. It's kind of, this has become our passion. It's not, okay, we want to change the world, but it's more than that. It's kind of, we want to save the world.